Hey guys, Tim here. Welcome back to Montana. It is a balmy 58 degrees today, while it was 90 something yesterday. But I'm back out in the shop and working on the Silverado. I recently picked up this fifth wheel, so I'm just cleaning up these in-bed rails right now. They were just had a little bit of surface rust, but that's a project for another day. Today I've got something else planned. As you know, I got these awesome paint matched mirrors, shout out Boost Auto, as well as the paint matched cab lights up there. And so I've started having yet another midlife crisis, and I've decided to debadge and maybe even rebadge the truck. So currently there's these chrome boys on here, and they're fine. Great, they do the job. It's badge, tells you what the truck is. Never mind the dent in the bumper. This truck is actually an LT, and it doesn't have the LT badge. I think when I bought it used, the dealer put on a different tailgate. It's the only thing I can guess is maybe that there was something that happened back there. But it says Silverado back here, and I'm not ashamed to have a Silverado, but in fact, I think it's smarter. But I started looking at these stickers on the side, and I don't really like the red. I know it tells you it's 4x4. Now I've got the paint match stuff and these 2024 Denali rims. What do I do? Because I'm starting to look at this now. Is it really a big deal? No, it's not a big deal. It's just a badge. Nobody notices except me. But I had thought about maybe making them white, and I photoshopped it in, and I wasn't quite feeling the white. I'm gonna go with the black badges here. I think that'll go good with the black and white trim. The black wheels, yeah, I know it's chrome, but I don't mind the chrome there. So I got these off of eBay. The only difference I can see so far is that the spacing on these letters is slightly different, but it's not the end of the world. I just don't know why the Duramax is like that, even here. Why the A and the X have to be together with that spacing. The other thought I had was to get another pair of these and paint them white, because I do have touch-up paint and some clear. I also have a plan for these guys. I've actually measured these out and went into Illustrator and created vector stickers here. I'm just struggling on what colors I do and how I handle the fact that it's kind of three-tone. It's black, silver, and red. My wife has a Cricut, so she can print me out vinyl decals here. And the other thing I was thinking about doing was getting just some straight black vinyl and doing these pillars just to kind of make the pillar seem one. Doesn't look bad, but I think Dodges do that. If I remember correctly, in my 4th gen, it had that. I'm gonna start with the easy stuff in the back. I'm gonna take off the Silverado badge back here. Now I know a lot of guys like the fishing line method, but I've never really had a lot of success with that. So I just use a heat gun and a little plastic Razer if I need to. And then I've also got an eraser wheel and the drill, take off any residue. So it works for me. If you like the fishing line method, go for it. Yeah, this chrome is peeling off this badge anyway, so I don't really feel that bad. So I just wipe the surface down so I don't get any dirt in there, sand it with the dirt. Let's heat this up a minute. For my own reference, it's 3 fingers from the side and about a finger and a half from the bottom. It's not quite centered in this bar here. It's a little low. Get it all off. And then when you go to clean, the dirt likes to hide around here. Got our letters. Here's what it looks like with the letters pulled off. So what I like to use is some glass cleaner, spray away. Goo Gone sometimes works, it's like hit or miss. Old Faithful, some Isopropyl Alcohol. I think we're just gonna go right to the wheel today. I'll have links below to all this stuff. Just trying to get rid of some of this adhesive, so we'll keep doing that. Might be never. Especially if these badges have been on for a long time, you're gonna get a difference in the color of the clear coat and potentially paint wear from UV, where you probably want to come back and buff this. Otherwise, in certain angles, certain ones will see it. But I'm not really concerned about that right now. This paint's got plenty of other issues going on. Yep, so definitely got some paint here. So you just want to be careful with that. You know, this truck has got so many rock chips on it. I'm not really worried about it. A little thick, but I don't know I'm gonna get up to this guy. Let's not look at all these up there either. All right, it's the next day. Last night I did decide that I was gonna make these in black only. So I will show you what I did and provide those files potentially if you want them. But we'll get to that probably last. So again, first thing I'm gonna do is just try and get some of this dirt off with glass cleaner. So we're minimizing any damage to the paint. Work truck, I live on a dirt road. It's a nice truck, but it's not a fancy car, like a show car or anything. So spend a little more time if you're doing this on something really nice. Next thing we're gonna do, so we don't have to do any weird measuring, is just make a template based off of this. So I'm just using some wide painter's tape. So I'm gonna go about 1/8 inch below. Just try and keep it straight. The new one's all stuck together, so it should be easy enough to get the lines. But I'm just gonna go like this, all the way down, in case we tear up this edge, taking off the labels. All right, so more of the same here. Just gonna heat gun and peel them off. So I got some adhesive, so I'm gonna get the rubber wheel on here. I really don't want to use any chemicals right now. I don't want to do anything that's gonna prevent the new badge from sticking. They do make adhesion promoter, but I don't have that. I think we'll be okay without it today. Famous last words? Maybe, maybe not. I did my research and they definitely do still put a gap. I'd probably keep that anyway, even if they didn't, just because this one had it. And I don't like it without a gap. Also, just because I like to see my options, I just put some white spray paint on this one that was already bubbling, just to kind of get a feel for how it looks against the paint. While the paint's drying on the other letter, I got the tape set up over here. Man, this is the only wide tape I had, and it's cheap tape. Do yourself a favor, get some good tape before you do this. All right, just to get an idea, not a good paint job, but just to get an idea of what the white on white would look like. I think for the right build it would work. I don't know that I'm going for the all white sort of bulldozer look on this one, but I think that would look good on something else. It does look clean without any badges though. That's tempting. The black is nice too though. I just got it taped up there just to see. So what was it, Wesley Snipes?
Charlie, you ever play roulette?
On occasion.
Well, let me give you a word of advice. Always bet on black.
There's a little nick in the paint there that maybe I'll deal with after. It's nice, got the adhesive on the back, and then it's got a piece of tape across the front to hold them all together. I think I'm gonna try and cut it there so that I can do this in two applies. I drop these on the dirt, that's kind of it. I like the gloss black. Looks good, the finish is nice. I'm gonna give myself that extra little lump to maybe line up with. Well, for some reason, it was fine with me, but the Duramax badge came off a lot easier. The glue didn't come up the same. I have to wonder if it's a different manufacturer or something. Or maybe just the heat cycles on the hood. You know, I have to wonder if the foam is not cut straight either, so I gotta be careful with that. This guy's a little different than gray foam. All right, same deal here. Gotta wipe down the alcohol. That's fit, I think. I'm gonna go with the back of the hood, the back of the Max. Looks pretty good. I'm not thrilled about the AX. But I mean, it's the same as factory. So I don't know what's up with that. Chevy, maybe you need to hire me. All right, I like that. I think the black I think the black looks good. Black wheels, black mirror. I think it goes good on white. Trying to warm up. Not gonna be super hot today, but warmer than yesterday, and then back to summer tomorrow. But I'm gonna get to work on the passenger side, and I'll check back in with you in a second. I pulled out the better tape, even though it's thinner. I just did 2 slices. I don't know why I didn't do it before. I guess I just have a soft spot for the wide painter's tape, but use better tape. I shored up my knife a little bit because the tab was broken, and that helped, but it really came off a whole lot easier on the passenger side. So I don't know what's different about the glue over here, but also, you know, do this at your own risk. I don't know if it's the heat. It's not that hot, or if it's this paint, but I've definitely scratched the paint in a few areas. I've touched it up, but I haven't had this much problem before. I didn't have a problem on the Jeeps, didn't have a problem on the Tahoe, haven't had problems on the Hondas. So I don't know if it's just this truck or modern Chevy paint. So just do it at your own risk, and be careful, and maybe try that fishing line. Try and help a little more on this side, I put 2 lines to try and give a better idea of what exactly is level. Well, she's all washed up. As I'm looking at it, I'm almost thinking about getting the Silverado LT badges in black for the back, but just gonna stew on that one. I like the way it looks from the side. I think the black badging back there will go a long way. I think if anything, if I were to remove it all, or if I would remove that and the sticker and just run Duramax, I think that would be cool too. So here's the first 4x4 sticker. Came out pretty good, I think. Hopefully we can stick it on and get all these little lines straight. I think that's what I'm worried about most, the little lines not being crooked. Just finished detailing the van. Now I'm gonna try and get these stickers swapped out. Here's the new stickers. Haven't held them up yet. Let's see if they're the same size. Drum roll. Yeah, that's pretty close. I think that'll look good. Really gentle washing. I feel like those little lines are gonna want to peel off. It's not so much the vinyl as it is just the size of those little thin lines. Got my glass on it at least. That looks pretty good. That's not bad. I don't know, I kind of like that. My wife was kind enough to print another one, so I redid the driver's side, and I think it looks a ton better. Next thing I want to try is see if I can block out the spot between the mirrors from up here down to this trim piece. I'm hoping that I can use a factory cut on the vinyl and just bring it down, and then maybe wrap it on the door a little bit. Wrap it a little bit, maybe to the seam. That might be the way to go. I mean, you're gonna see it, but give it a shot. Sometimes you just have to experiment and see if it works, see if you like it. So there's a little curve here I'm gonna have to knife around. So I've got it all wiped off the alcohol. I cut a strip that's hopefully longer and then maintain that factory edge, and I'm hoping I can just get it up there and cut enough that I need, and then use this for the next one, and then so on and so on. I think what I'll try and do is peel a corner of this, get it stuck up there, and then trim it with a knife before I peel all the backing off. You're nerve-wracking for a first time to do this on camera, so I'll check back with you in a minute. Okay. I really respect the wrap, guys. I know this isn't automotive wrap. Pretty good. Couple real tiny bubbles. Definitely had to get it around that corner. I think I did it right. There's this trim here that I got it tucked behind. I use my trim pry tool and then my smoothing tool. Definitely got a little bit of fold in the wrap here, which I don't like, but I'll leave it for now and move on to the others and see if it's even worth it. I got it pressed down real tight in this corner, then just razored it here. Inside, haven't seen it, so here's the moment of truth. Got it around the edge. You know, I wonder if I might run a razor here and see if I can get some of this, clean this line up. Got it a lot cleaner. I think the real move would be to try and get it across this pinch weld here, or whatever you want to call it, the seam. But that'll be good for now. I think good enough for a first try. All right, this side went way better until I got down here. I had a little bit of white gap showing, so I tried to pull it off and fix it, and then I got some bubbles I couldn't get rid of. Then there was an even wider strip, so I just put a little strip to cover it for now. I plan to definitely come back and redo this panel if I've got enough left over. What I may do is just run this, and if I like it, I'll go get the automotive vinyl. Maybe this means I just really want to ram. Well, I don't know. What's the deep psychology there? Let's see if they line up. They appear to. Yeah, man, that lines up pretty good. Do I like the look? Yeah, I don't like knowing how bad this is in here. Let's see how it looks over here. I do kind of like it a little bit. I don't know that I'm sold on it. Maybe if it was perfect, I'd be happier, but I don't know. I'm torn. I'm gonna think about it before I do the other side. All right, I just had dinner, and I think saner heads are gonna prevail just because it's not a great job. I may revisit this with some automotive vinyl, but for now, let me get rid of it. All right, guys, that's it. If you liked the video, hit that like button, comment what you would do differently or what you might do. Again, I'll try and make those stickers available if anyone wants them. I'll link it below if I do. So thanks for watching. Until next time, may God bless you. Keep staying up for what's right.